Hello, love.
Hello, beautiful. How are you?
I am well. How are you?
Doing well. Just enjoying the afternoon here.
Indeed.
It's a cloudy drink you got right there.
Yeah, no, it's a spirit.
Not water?
It's not water. It's a spirit.
I am drinking pure water. I'm hydrating as we speak.
Well, you went for a run earlier.
That's
You did something good for your body.
I exercised today.
I have been on the computer all day.
Good.
Editing videos.
Giving you our fans the information.
Exactly. Little peek behind the curtain.
Absolutely.
You went for a very long bike ride / run.
It wasn't my longest one.
You were gone for a long time.
It was about 2 hours.
I was beginning to worry about you.
I am healthy.
I pulled up Life 360 and I was like, is he okay?
I was probably down in the Parker area at that point.
No, you were driving.
Oh, okay.
I picked it up right as you were driving home.
That's true.
Yes. So happy day. I want to point out that my good friend Jessica reached out to me.
She's a photographer.
She has a good eye for design.
She does.
And she pointed out to me that our photos up here were not evenly placed.
You just did the Vanna White thing.
Did I?
Do that again. Do-do-do-do-do.
Do-do-do.
Yeah.
And so I have done my best to fix them. I would like for her to inform me whether or not I did a good job. So.
See, I didn't have an eye for that.
Yeah. I knew they were off, actually. I saw it in the same video she did. She reached out to me. She was like, your photos are off center.
That observant.
And I was like, I know, I just saw that too. And so I did my best to fix them. I don't think they're perfect, but these are not easy to hang. These whatever they're called, these free photos.
That was a wonderful Christmas present, by the way.
Yeah, we got that for you for Christmas.
It was great.
So
shout out to my homeland of Iowa.
Yes, this was taken in Iowa, which is why we got it for you.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Would you like to get into the debate? I'm very excited about this one.
I'm excited about this one.
My idea, by the way. I'm going to take credit for this.
This was your idea. This wasn't even on my original list of topics, and we just came up with this one.
Popped into my head, and along with many other thoughts, just come and go.
So we are, as we've mentioned in the past, both in our 40s, and therefore
some of us older than others
by a couple years. Therefore, grew up in the 80s and 90s.
We are Gen Xers.
No.
Yes.
You are.
Yes. I just said I'm a Gen Xer.
You're not actually technically.
I'm Gen X.
You are.
I'm claiming Gen X.
You can claim Gen X. You're more of an Xennial, if you will.
Gen X. I literally was born in 82. Therefore, I'm a Gen Xer.
I think that, no, you'd be on the cusp. I'm a millennial.
I'm on a cusp on an Aries. I'm a cusp on an Aries and still claim Aries.
Sure.
That makes me an Aries.
But you're on this side of the cusp of Gen X. You're on the millennial side of Gen X.
Just
anyway,
proceed.
I'm a millennial.
Yes.
And I'm an elder millennial, but I act like a millennial most of the time. I'm very techie savvy and all of those fun things. But we are in our 40s, which means we grew up in the 80s and 90s.
That we did.
And therefore,
prior to cell phones,
yes, we didn't have all of that fun stuff. No, we knew Netflix. It was just a delivery service. Netflix was a delivery.
The shirt I saw today, which I really want to get, is Gen X, raised on, gosh, what was it? It was
hose water
and neglect.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that's a great.
You are far more Gen X than I am.
Okay,
but anywho,
let's get into it.
Because of the fact that we are at this point in our lives, many a brand, many a business has come and gone in our time, and we miss them.
What's your favorite,
so
hold on, I'm going to give you a scenario. You are 14. Height of adolescence.
Okay.
You go to the mall. What or any stores around that, because obviously
mall and or strip mall.
Mall or strip mall. What is the first store you go to?
Well, okay, hold on. Because we have to announce the debate.
Okay.
We have to announce the debate.
I was setting that up, but okay, I just bypassed that.
So the debate of the day is what business, what company, what store or company do we want brought back the most that we miss? What are we missing?
Nostalgia. Keyword nostalgia.
What nostalgic
past tense
business do we want to come back?
Tell me, how am I supposed to live without you?
I think it's pretty simple for me.
Okay. And so to answer your question, that's two different questions to me.
No, I don't think you go to the mall. You're 14, 15, whatever you want to say.
Okay, but my nostalgic business wasn't in my mall.
Okay, well that's why I said around.
Which is why it was that's two different questions to me.
Fair enough. Okay, you make a good point. All right, fair enough. What store, you're 14, you want to go back to the most?
Blockbuster.
There it is.
I want Blockbuster back more than I want anything else, and it is just like the...
So you want the Netflix before the Netflix?
Hold on, I have a story about that.
Oh, great.
The feeling of walking into Blockbuster when I was preteen, teen, with my mom and my sister.
It's a great feeling.
And we would walk in. First of all, you walk in, and there's like all of the like snacks.
Oh yeah.
It was like
it was a
popcorn.
smorgasbord. It was a buffet.
And all of the different movie theater candies.
And/or chocolate. Say it right.
I knew you were going to... No, because I won that, so I can just say candy.
Right.
I won that debate, so I can say candy.
Proceed.
You walk in and it's all there, and then you walk around. At least my Blockbuster, new releases were on the left, so I walked around to the left.
Geographically, you knew where to start.
Yeah, you go to the left, you go to the new releases, and...
But you could get like the three for $1 at the like the old releases.
Yeah,
What
no,
do they
the
call
old,
it?
yeah,
Just
the old,
regular
and
movies?
we would do that too. We would
Yeah.
occasionally pick out like an older movie, and
Was it like 3 for $1?
Aaron and I would we would split.
Oh, you had a game plan.
Aaron and I'd go one side, Aaron go the other, and never the twain shall meet.
You didn't meet in the middle?
No, we did, but we passed each other.
Okay.
We were just like, you do you, I'll do. We each got to pick
How
one.
long did this take? Like you were on a
Probably
mission.
too long. My
That's what I'm
mom was
saying.
probably.
Yes, I remember going
But
and
my
getting
mom
yelled at.
loved it too.
I remember going there, and of course, we did not have a Blockbuster. Shout out Marshtown. We had the wonderful Hollywood Video.
We have a Hollywood Video too.
Of course you did. You lived in a town 90 times the size of Marshtown.
Okay, but I had both.
Okay. I'm just saying we had a Hollywood Video. So I agree with you. I have a different store, so we'll get to that in a second. But I'm going to agree the nostalgia of a Hollywood Video and/or Blockbuster walking in on a Friday night when you had a mission. Now, for me, it was always like I not only had movies to get, I had video games, so I had to get that. And we
weren't as big into movie or into video games.
I mean,
we
there
weren't
was
as
an
big into
entire
that.
section.
Aaron and we had an Atari, and then we did not have another gaming console in my house until I purchased a PS1 in high school.
Wow, you went that long?
We went that long without a new gaming console. And Aaron and I loved the Atari. We rocked
Sure,
the Atari.
I agree.
We still have it. I have the Atari downstairs.
You are old, aren't you?
Yes.
Are you older than I am?
No.
That's
You
pretty
know
old.
that.
That's pretty old right there.
Yeah, well, not all of us were spoiled and got NESs.
So you're saying the Blockbuster is why you want to bring that back for all of the reasons you just laid out right there.
It was just like, to me, looking back on the times with Blockbuster, just pure happiness. It was times with my mom. My dad wasn't into movies.
Yeah, no, I get that.
But it was my mom and my sister and I, and we would go, and Aaron and I would each pick out a movie, and then we would always, Aaron and I were far too agreeable as sisters.
Because
so we would
you do need some discrepancy. Like, do you want a comedy? Do you want a thriller?
Well, she would pick something, I would
movie?
pick something, and we would go home, and then we would discuss whose we watched first, and it was usually very amicable.
So
we
did you
were
have
far
the family
too.
movie night, and your dad would just be
Yes.
listening to music?
No,
in the
Dad was
garage?
reading up in the.
Reading. Yes, I was gonna say listening to music.
We were
else.
watching in the family room, and he was up in the living room reading some sort of World War II novel.
Facts or a presidential novel.
Right, some sort of historical.
Steve.
Yes, we miss you. But
That's a good one.
It was
I'm
just
not gonna
like-
lie. That is a good one.
it's
and
just
that is,
pure happiness
yeah,
to me.
I agree. And there'd be a line out the door.
On
On new release night. No.
Depends on the movie, yeah.
Well, of course, we only had one place. We had like 50 apparently.
Yeah.
So there was a line out the door on Friday night when the new releases dropped and/or when a new video game dropped. It was like standing room only.
Yeah.
Not that you ever sit in a
I was going to say, were there
that was
seats?
okay. I knew that. Right when I said that, I'm like, that is going to get made fun of. Yes, I realized that they're only standing room only. But anyway, you could only kind of mingle, and you saw everyone. So everyone from the high school, like I went to a very small town, so everyone from the high school and or middle school would congregate there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, you saw everybody, and you saw like, oh, what are you getting? What are you getting? Oh, you went to the adult section, did you?
And no, you didn't.
Racing.
In high school, they weren't renting that out to you all in high school.
There was a full-on adult section. There was a
Of course, there was an adult.
There was a code of honor that you didn't cross that magical mystery line.
Of course, there was an adult section, but were they renting to high schoolers?
I never did that, but I'm sure people did. I'm sure
you didn't.
I did not.
Such a Boy Scout.
I was good.
And my Blockbuster was right next to Subway, and so we would.
I was going to say they really were well positioned.
We picked up Subway, and we picked up movies, and we would go home, and we would just have a great night.
Ours was parked right next to you. There had two things to choose from. You had the Taco John's old school Taco John's when in Marshtown it was great, and or the Little Caesars Pizza Station. So I mean, either
Was
had
that the
tacos-
square Little Caesars?
Oh,
It was square cut?
Yeah. So you either had tacos or you had pizza, and those were your things.
Yeah.
And there was a Hardee's across the street too.
There you go.
So I mean, you had 3-stop shops.
You had lots. You act like your town didn't have much. Those are 3 real great brand names.
You've been to Marshalltown.
I know,
how
but
many
you
times?
act like you didn't have anything, and those are 3 real great brand names.
I grew up in just the ghetto.
You grew up basically in the middle of nowhere.
Right,
There was
right.
nothing to be seen.
Just tumbleweeds coming all across.
the only thing to do was go cow tipping.
I never did that, actually. Never did that. Why do you automatically think, since I'm from Iowa, cow tipping was a thing?
I don't know.
We had bonfires. You yourself said you don't understand the bonfire thing.
I never said I don't understand
You
it.
would
It
just
sounds
go-
like it was lovely. I just never
we
had
go to
one.
we go to a field, light a thing on fire, and just drink and listen to music, which is a great segue to mine.
And go.
I didn't even think about that, but that just organically
That was great. That was
organically
lovely.
happened.
I really love that lead-in.
All right, fair enough. So, on to the music category. I will agree with you that the Blockbuster for me would be very high, and or Hollywood Video would be very high on what I would bring back. However, I'm going to disagree and go to, so my thing, my thing earlier I was talking about was, what's the store in the mall that you would bring back?
Right.
For me, whenever I went to the mall, it was Sam Goody or actually it was Musicland that turned into Sam Goody. Now, which one did you have?
We had Sam Goody.
You had Sam Goody. Okay. Musicland was around for the first couple of years, and then either bought out or taken over, whatever it was.
Well, we actually just Googled this. Apparently, Musicland
It's the
was
parent
like the
company.
parent company. Musicland Group was the
Okay.
parent company
Fair
that
enough.
owned Musicland, the store, Sam
Yeah,
Goody,
yeah.
and some other business like discount.
Sure. But for me, there was
records.
never a more exciting place to go in the mall when you would just like turn the corner and there'd be a line out the door again of the Sam Goody or Musicland. If some new CD or new, popular track had dropped, that was the place to go. And for me, I would have to save my money to buy a CD, which at the time was like a $30 investment, $25 investment. Those CDs were ridiculous.
I don't know if they were that
They
much.
were a lot of money. Like in 1995, that's the equivalent of like a $50,
I don't think they were $30.
maybe 30. Okay, maybe not 30. They were definitely
I feel
in
like
the
they were in the
$20
$15
range.
to $25 range, depending.
So I was $5 off.
No, because my thing
Sorry,
is,
I overestimated.
if it was like a double CD, it might have been 25.
Okay, fair enough. But for me, I am going to say that there was never a more exciting time when music was at its prime. That was in the grunge era. That was in the the Backstreet Boys. And I was never a big boy band fan, but that was in the height of their time too.
The 90s music, I mean,
The 90s.
Love
scene
me
was-
some 90s music.
That's what I'm saying. So like having $20 to spend from saving my allowance and actually having to go just buy one CD was like a big investment for me, and I had to like really focus on which one I wanted.
yeah.
So you had to do your research. What was coming out? What was hot? What was maybe? Could you get two CDs for $10? That was an option too. So did you wait a little bit and save your money? And could you get 2 CDs? So like that was a big investment, big childhood memory right there.
Yeah. I loved Sam Goody.
Mm-hmm.
We had Sam Goody at Park Meadows Mall, and we would go, and it was. Yeah, I mean, you would go in, and there were certain ones that you could put the headphones on, and you
the
could
free track listing.
You could listen
Yes.
to it, and so you'd just be kind of sitting there jamming to
Uh-huh.
whatever it
You spend
was.
like a half hour there, and you got
you're
kicked
just
out.
like you're sitting there.
Yeah?
In
Oh, yeah.
hindsight, those were probably really gross,
Well, yeah.
but it was the 90s.
Thanks for just ruining
We didn't
that
care,
memory.
but so many ear infections happened. No,
You get dysentery of the ear.
I don't think that's a thing.
Continue.
Continuing. Yeah, loved Sam Goody. I went to a Sam Goody when I was maybe 14, so good reference.
That's what I'm saying.
Good pull again. And I really wanted the Bone Thugs and Harmony CD
Oh, thanks for that.
that
memory
had
right
just
there.
come out.
What was your first CD? CD.
Well,
not
hold on,
tape.
let me finish my story. I want to finish my story.
Okay.
And this was shortly after Tipper Gore got really into caring about what was in
Yes,
music.
that little box down on
The little
all of the-
parental
parental
advisory.
advisory that just ruined
And
my
so
life.
I went to go purchase my Bone Thugs and Harmony
Mm-hmm.
CD, and the teenager behind the counter, who was probably no more than 2 years older than me, was like,
He was high on life.
he was like, no.
He put his foot down.
He was like, you can't have this.
You
And
can't have
and my
this.
mom was with me, and I went up to my mom and was like, can I have this? And she looked at the guy, and the guy was like, nah.
He said that in front of your mom?
Yeah, he said no.
Knowing your mom, she'd have been like, excuse me?
No, she totally was like, I don't think that's a great idea. We're not going to get it. And so I didn't get my CD.
Oh, that sucks.
I know. I was very sad.
That sucks.
And then I was like, boom, 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 boom.
So then you had to go back and get your Boys to Men.
Do.
Boys to
I
Men
actually
are like
think that because I was like an extremely sensitive child, so I probably sulked the entire way.
Probably, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Love you to death, but
Yeah.
I can understand how that was the case.
But yeah, I'm with you. Sam Goody was incredible.
Because it not only was music, but it was like just pop culture in general. So you had your posters, you had your, they actually had a couple movies there. They had...
Blockbuster had that too. Blockbuster had movie posters.
Yeah, I guess. But like, I remember getting all of my movie posters that lined most of my college dorms for however long from Sam Goody or Musicland.
I think I got those at like the... There was like a stand-up store on campus.
Oh, you had that? We did not have that.
No. It was like a guy who just sold posters like from campus.
Off the back of a truck?
It kind of felt like it a little.
That sounds legit right there.
I need someone who went to college with me to remember that.
So just like bootlegged posters?
Yeah, I don't think they were bootlegged. I think it was like it was like almost a kiosk.
A kiosk off the back of a truck. This sounds great. Yes. Okay.
Anyway, I bought them there.
Nothing bad can happen from that guy.
I bought them there.
Fair enough.
That's where I got most of my posters.
But I'm just saying in general, that was like the best experience in the mall. And granted, like there were other stores in the mall that were nostalgic.
Yes, because Hot Topic launched when we
That's
were
true.
Hot Topic.
Yes.
Spencer's.
We never had any of these because.
Have you ever been to a Spencer's?
Yeah, we're gonna go just burn down all the Hot Topics.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Hot Topic was edgy at the time.
That's the South Park reference.
Yes,
right there.
sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, but anyway. For me, getting back to the argument, Sam Goody is what I would bring back in a second because, again, it just represented the 90s music scene, which for me was really my coming out of my shell, I guess you could say, of like music. So back to my original question.
But we're both movie people.
You just do not want to finish this question.
Okay, what was your question?
What is your first CD that you had?
I had two simultaneously that I purchased because we did, and this is going to be another jump back to a reference that only our generation will know.
Can you just answer the question?
Columbia. We did a Columbia.
Yes, the Columbia thing. What was it? 12 CDs?
It was like 20 CDs for $1 or whatever. But then you
never mind the subscription.
It was such a scam.
Oh, I know.
And
never
you had
mind
like
that.
stamps.
The stamps. I was just gonna say you had to pick out.
You picked out your stamps.
It was like a huge poster of like however many, and you had to cut them up individually.
Exactly. So we put our stamps on. My whole family did it together. And the two CDs that I picked were Mariah Carey Music Box and Boys to Men Cooley High Harmony.
I just said Boys to Men a little earlier.
Yeah.
So
those were were simultaneously my two first CDs, Mariah Carey and Boys to Men.
So mine were really polar opposites of each other. And granted, those are, very good, easy listening 90s CDs right there, 90s music. Mine was Hootie and the Blowfish, Cracked Rear Window, and then the Black Album from Metallica. You talk about like two ends of the spectrum right there. Yeah.
Because Hootie's now a country artist.
And the Black Album is still great. I will argue, we can have this debate later, that that's not their best CD, but that was my best album, I should say. But that was one of my first ones. And then it just grew from there.
Those are polar opposites. Granted, I had tapes prior to that.
Yes,
absolutely. So it's not like I didn't have music prior to those. But
Did you have the boombox, like the actual?
Heck yeah, I had a boombox. Aaron and I had, because my dad was very good at making mixtapes. So he would do like the record and play and do like.
I can imagine.
He was very good at making mixtapes. So Aaron and I had multiple mixtapes that we would take out. We would put it on our driveway, and we would have dance parties. And one of them was one of the songs that I distinctly remember dancing to was "Dancing in the Street" by Martha and the Vandellas.
Okay.
Which later wound up on the Good Morning Vietnam soundtrack, which is one of my favorite soundtracks of all time.
I agree.
I will play that.
It was all 60s and 70s music.
It's great music. It's great music. But Martha and there's even on that soundtrack they have Robin Williams leading in, and right before that song he was like Martha and the Vandellas, yes, and then it goes into it. But. Yeah, Aaron and I had a boombox, and it was we didn't carry it around like we were on skateboards. We were like.
Did you have the actual portable CD? The Discman that you couldn't move at all because it would skip, so you literally just hold it like that.
I saved up.
It skipped.
for a Discman.
You saved up for
I
this.
saved up for a Discman.
I bought my first one at Sam Goody. I remember that.
And I bought my first one at Circuit City.
Circuit City. Thanks for that.
And I went and bought...
Why not Radio Shack?
It was like, I don't know, Circuit City was closer for us, I think.
We had a Radio Shack.
I went and bought... It was like $45 that I saved up, which again, in the 90s was a lot.
That's a lot of money.
I saved up $45 and I paid in like bills and coins to get this.
You didn't want to do laundry with that money?
Why didn't I have laundry at home. I was like 13.
Lindsay, that was metaphorical, but thank you. Thank you for just driving
And thank God that poor guy, he was so sweet.
Yeah. Was
he just
counting
sat
the
there
dimes
counting
individually?
out the coins.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
he was not a jerk about it.
Does anyone carry cash anymore? Or is that just like, sorry, I'm going to pay by Apple Pay? Or
I Apple Pay and or Venmo, and I have no cash ever.
Can you Venmo someone at a store? I guess you can.
Sometimes.
I guess you can. Yeah.
Yeah.
I Venmoed someone for a lemonade stand the other day.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, we had I gave Zachary a QR code when he did a lemonade stand one time.
Man,
That went to my Venmo.
Remember, like, just carrying around all those quarters as a kid? They'd just be like, I'd be going to
We had a
Aladdin's
coin purse.
Oh my God, I just thought of something. Can I bring back the old school Aladdin's Castle?
What is that?
You were, oh, wow, that cuts me right there. That is the quintessential arcade of our generation right there.
Aladdin's Castle?
Aladdin's Castle.
I don't remember an
Oh
Aladdin's
my God,
Castle.
please someone in the comments say that that is the case. Like, Aladdin's Castle were everywhere. I had many a birthday there. Many a birthday. And I would take my quarters that I'd be
We had
saving up.
Nicola Play.
Okay, fine. Nicola Play. Same thing, different title. But anyway, you would carry your quarters and or nickels and you'd just be chiming, like clinking the whole time. And your pants would be falling down because you'd have so many quarters in there.
I'm trying to think of where my friends and I would go, and we went to like Boondocks, and
Yeah, we didn't have that.
there was a place in Lakewood that I don't think exists anymore that we went to all the time. Hopefully one of my friends will chime in and tell me what that was called.
I got nothing.
I think it was like... It was
it an
off of
arcade?
like Bowls.
Was it an arcade?
It was more like a Boondocks, where there was like a big arcade and then there were other
Mini-golf.
things
See,
involved.
Again, growing up in Marshtown, Iowa, we didn't have that. We had Aladdin's Castle. And then the bowling alley.
Well, yeah, bowling alleys are great.
We never had like the bumper boats,
We had all that.
the batting cages, the go-karts. Yeah, you just lived in privilege. Thanks.
I mean, Boondocks started when I was in high school, I think, out here.
Just
so
pure
it's-
privilege. Pure privilege.
I know. I never have said otherwise.
Spoiled.
Okay, I might have been spoiled with things that were around me, but you were spoiled and you were given everything you wanted in life, with the exception of a big wheel.
No, it wasn't the big wheel. It
I'm
was
sorry,
the
Power Wheel. The only thing you ever didn't
I did
get
have a
that
big
you asked
wheel.
for.
I did have a big wheel.
I didn't even have a big wheel, and I got lost in my neighborhood on one. It was someone else's big wheel, and I was like 5 years old.
I don't think we have time for that.
We don't have time for that story, but I got lost in my neighborhood on a big wheel.
But you survived.
Thank God.
You were-
Someone found me. All right.
Wrapping
This
up.
one was fun.
Wrapping
I have
up.
a good one. I still think, Blockbuster was approached by Netflix to
I was
purchase
going to say,
it.
tell your Netflix story.
Yeah, so Netflix approached Blockbuster before Netflix got big, before they turned into a streaming service.
I mean, we used to do the Netflix where you have to like...
right, they would be
They mail it
mailed
to
to
you.
you.
Yeah, like in that
So that's
little
what
CD.
it used to be.
Yeah.
It was like that red and white little case. They approached Blockbuster to purchase them, and Blockbuster turned them down, and that has to be one of the dumbest choices
Billions of
ever
dollars
that was
later,
made.
I was going to say.
Ever.
Biggest streaming service in the
Blockbuster
world.
has to be kicking themselves for that. But I miss Blockbuster
Smart.
so much. If
I
I
will-
could
yes.
walk into a Blockbuster, right? If there were a Blockbuster and a Sam Goody in front of me, and I had the opportunity to walk into one of them, I would walk into Blockbuster. Absolutely.
Okay. And I would choose the other one, obviously. So
Yeah.
But I'm not going to say that I would not visit the Blockbuster right after that. So
Well, no, I would go to Sam Goody
I know,
afterwards.
so.
But if you put me in front and said pick one, I would go to Blockbuster and I would love every part of it.
I think the reason I choose Sam Goody in summation here is because it really defines my generation of music. And not that movies don't, but also that Sam Goody had some movies. Now I understand like Blockbuster had some music associated with that too. But for me, you could get like one-stop shopping at Sam Goody.
But they weren't rentals; they were purchase.
No, I understand.
Those were for purchase.
I understand that.
So
but
it was
like
far
you had more
expensive.
diversity. You had like your T-shirts. You had your little trinkets for music things that I always had in my car. You also had your posters and everything. So I think it's just a more complete store.
Okay, to me, it's sure. Maybe it's a more complete store, but it's.
But they did
The
not have the
nostalgia
chocolate
of it.
and or candy, I will say.
I think they did at the register.
Did it?
Mine did.
It might have had small stuff.
Mine did,
But you're right. The Blockbuster had the...
it had the tubs of popcorn.
The tubs of popcorn.
Like
It
the actual tub. That
No, I agree.
Oh,
Yes, I agree.
So good.
Those were good.
Those were so good.
Those were good.
And I just miss it. I miss Blockbuster nights.
I do miss going and getting the new video game, the new release on on VHS, because at that point, like, I didn't see a lot of movies because I didn't go to a lot of movies. So Blockbuster was my
and I don't think that music defines a generation any more than movies.
I understand that. Yes.
So I think that to me, yes. I mean, the music of the 80s and 90s, love it. I mean, I love all music.
Mm-hmm.
We've discussed this already, but those movies, those movies that we had growing up. You and I are huge movie people.
We are. You were. Huge music and movie people.
We are huge music and movie people, but I mean that's what you and I like fell in love over movies.
I agree.
So I think that's just to me the nostalgia of going to a Blockbuster with my mom and my sister. And real quick story, my sister passed out at one.
I don't know this story.
Yeah. She had just gotten her wisdom teeth out.
You have like 30 seconds.
Okay, she just got her wisdom teeth out, and she was feeling great because she was still kind of coming off of all the anesthesia. And so she's like, let's go pick out a movie. And so Mom and Aaron and I went to Blockbuster, and like halfway through picking out a movie, I turn around and Aaron is on the floor.
You didn't see her like go down?
No, because we split. We always split.
You weren't keeping an eye on her after she had fairly...
Okay, my
she had
mother
a
was with us.
procedure?
My mother was with us.
Okay.
Anyway,
You're calling your mom out.
Yes, calling Mom out.
Wow.
And no, Mom saw it. She saw her going down, but she didn't get to her in time. So she was on the floor, and we had to like carry her out of the Blockbuster.
She didn't hit her head, and that would explain a lot, Aaron.
Oh, that's not fair.
Just kidding.
She's smarter than I am.
Just kidding,
That's not
Aaron.
fair. We love you.
That's a great story.
Yeah.
It's a great story.
I'm sure it's very traumatizing for her. She might be on your side on this one.
She's going to just start...
She's gonna be like, I don't want
triggered right now.
I don't want to go to Blockbuster anymore. Please take me to Sam Goody. All right.
All right. Tie it up.
Tie it. Well, with the boat. I think we've said what we need to say.
Okay.
We're going to leave
I
it
think
there.
I'm right, and I know I'm right, and I would like my lovely fans to follow that.
Yeah,
so.
it's good. I'm looking forward to. I look forward to all our polls, but
Yes.
this will be fun to see how people vote. I know that a lot of our fan base are our age, so I think that it'll be fun to see the nostalgia split.
I love it.
there.
I love it. Well, thank you, babe.
All right,
Love
thank you. Love you.
We'll talk to you later.
All right.